Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys news: Dallas have their eye on a few UFL players. The Dallas Cowboys could be bringing in reinforcements ahead of training camp. On Tuesday, the Cowboys hosted Michigan Panthers linebacker Noah Dawkins, St. Louis Battlehawks linebacker Willie Harvey Jr., DC Defenders cornerback Garion Conley, and DC Defenders cornerback Deandre Baker. Dawkins, who played 3 seasons with the Buccaneers and Jets from 2019 to 2021, tallied 38 tackles for the Panthers in 2023. The 6'1", 235-pound second-level defender played his college ball at the Citadel, where he was a first-team All-Southern Conference honoree in 2018. Harvey Jr. was the UFL league leader in tackles, 78, in 2024, as well as the linebacker leader in tackles for loss, 9, and forced fumbles, 2. Originally an undrafted signing for the Browns in 2019, Harvey Jr. played 2 seasons in Cleveland in 2019 and 2021 before being released. Conley is a former first-round pick from the Oakland Raiders in 2017, where he spent 2.5 seasons before being traded to the Houston Texans to finish the 2019 season. He would then spend the final year of his rookie contract on injured reserve before signing with the Defenders in 2023. His 2 interceptions in 2024 were tied for 5th in the UFL. Baker, another former first-round selection, began his NFL career with the New York Giants in 2019, where he notched 61 tackles and 8 pass deflections as a rookie. An arrest following his rookie season for armed robbery put him on the commissioner's exempt list before the Giants waived him after just 1 year. Baker would eventually have the charges dropped before landing on the Kansas City Chiefs, where he played in 10 games across 2 seasons before suffering a broken femur. After some time away, Mike Zimmer might bring a softer coaching approach. It's not relaxing in the coach's room. He, Zimmer, holds coaches to be responsible. I've been around him long enough to know that whatever you tell him you're going to do, he's going to hold you to it and he's not going to forget it, said Cowboys assistant defensive line coach Greg Ellis, who played 9 seasons under Zimmer in Dallas from 1998 to 2006, a stretch in which Zimmer was both an assistant and the team's DC. That's the good thing about him. I really couldn't think of a better coach to be under, to be honest with you. He's no longer yelling at Ellis, Dallas' 8th overall pick in the 1998 NFL Draft, quite as much, something the former player-turned-coach is relieved about. I have tremendous respect for him when I played for him because he's a tremendous teacher of the game, Ellis said. He taught me a lot about the game. To be on the other side of it with him is something different for me. Some of the Cowboys' defensive staff who are working alongside Zimmer for the first time in 2024 and haven't yet experienced being on the receiving end of his trademark intensity know it's only a matter of time. I haven't caught the wrath yet, but I know it's coming, Cowboys defensive line coach Jeff Scanina said. I'm fine with that. It makes you a better coach and a better player when you get the wrath. He just wants to win like all of us. That's the passion that drives him. The Cowboys now have all of their draft picks under contract. The Dallas Cowboys have at long last signed their 2024 second-round pick defensive end Marshawn Kneeland. Ex-Raiders first-round pick lands Cowboys tryout after 4 years away from NFL, report. The Las Vegas Raiders have had several big misses in the first round of the draft over the last decade, and one of the biggest was taking cornerback Garion Conley in 2017. The former Ohio State star only lasted 2.5 seasons with the team before getting traded to the Houston Texans. He last played an NFL game in 2019 and made his return to football this year with the DC Defenders of the UFL. It appears that may have opened the door for a potential return to the NFL. According to a June 11 X post from the Dallas Morning News' Michael Gelkin, Conley landed a workout with the Dallas Cowboys. Conley was last on a roster in 2020, so he's been away from the NFL for 4 years. However, he was highly touted coming out of college and is 28. There could still be some potential there if the Cowboys decide to sign him. Conley had 2 interceptions and 25 tackles in his lone season in the UFL. If the NFL does not come calling, it's possible that he'll continue to play in the UFL. At 28, he only has a few years left of his athletic prime, so this could be his last chance to jump back to the NFL. It's unlikely the Raiders would consider Conley as a free agent addition, but the team does appear to have an interest in signing a cornerback. The team was considering signing veteran cornerback Steven Nelson before he decided to retire, per a June 9 post from KPRC2 Houston's Aaron Wilson. That likely indicates that the Raiders are eyeing the position. Jack Jones was impressive last season with 2 interceptions and 37 combined tackles and should have one of the starting spots locked down, but it remains to be seen who will be the other starting outside cornerback. Jacorian Bennett has been getting first-team reps at practice, but the team had him as a starter last season before he was benched. Rolling into 2024 with Bennett as the starter again would be a big risk. The Raiders don't need to go after a flashy name like Stephon Gilmore or Patrick Peterson, but they should consider adding a veteran cornerback in some capacity. Bennett has a lot of potential, and the Raiders clearly like him. However, he hasn't proven he can be a dependable cornerback in regular season games. Though he was benched last season, he still has a chance to have an impactful career. Raiders cornerbacks coach Ricky Manning Jr. had a message about what Bennett or any player who has struggled needs to focus on. Work. Just keep grinding, Manning said during his June 4 media availability. I tell those guys, in your situations, there are going to be times it doesn't look the way you want it to look. What are you going to do about it? What's going to be your response? How you respond is everything. You got to go out there and grind. Sometimes the thing in between your ears, your mind, messes you up, right? Don't worry about that. Forget the outside noise, forget the inside noise, and just go to work. If you can get better just a little bit each and every day, then you're going to be all right. Former Giants first-round pick Deandre Baker works out for Cowboys. Former New York Giants cornerback Deandre Baker reportedly worked out for the Dallas Cowboys this week. Baker was drafted 30th overall out of the University of Georgia by the Giants in the 2019 NFL Draft. The Giants selected Baker after they traded up with the Seattle Seahawks, giving up their 37th, 132nd, and 142nd picks in exchange for the 30th pick. That trade made Baker the Giants' 3rd selection from that year's first round, including Daniel Jones at 6th overall and Dexter Lawrence II at 17th overall. The former University of Georgia Bulldog spent just 1 season in New York and was released after being accused of armed robbery in August of 2020. After the charges against him were dropped in November of that year, Baker signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he played for the 2020 and 2021 seasons. After his time in Kansas City, Baker was out of football in 2022 and 2023. He then signed with the DC Defenders of the United Football League, UFL, and was named to the All-UFL team following the conclusion of the 2024 season. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Deandre Baker? Leave your opinion in the comments.